Hello again. Welcome back on my YouTube channel. I'm back again with another video where I'm gonna talk about stability. I think we all try, or we all trying to have a stability, whether within stability or outside stability. So for me, I always try to have within stability most of the time, despite the fact that I also have to work on my outside stability, which is okay. So this video will make sense to a person who's willing to jump, whether for a career change, someone who have to move to an unfamiliar land, whether a new country, a new state, a new city, a new province, or a new career opportunity, whereby probably it's a career that you wanted so badly, but because now it's here on your face, now you have to make those decisions, but you are scared of making those decisions because it's new, it's something that you never experienced. Probably you even thought maybe it's something that will never happen to you, because sometimes we doubt the fact that things that we actually want can come to us. When they come to us, that's when we freak out, like, God, like, have you ever been like, wrote down like, I want this and want this and this and that, and the next thing it pop up, like not like far from when you wanted it, like probably like 3 months later, and then and we freak out, like, wait, like, yeah, something like that. So this video will make sense to someone. So I'm gonna talk about stability. Stability is a facade anyway, like it's a facade. It's not real, like it's not real as you think it is, because like, for example, like I'm leaving like a very good job with a very high paying income. I'm moving to a career where I'm self-employed, where I don't even know whether I will have money in the next 2 years, or whether it will pay off. Because I once came across an interview whereby a South African presenter, a TV personality, she was actually, when she mentioned that she had like 6 years of not being paid for what she wanted, because she moved from being a flight attendant for, like, she's been a flight attendant for a while, and then she knew she always like had a calling to be on the media. She wanted to be on TV, but she never like view herself as someone who can be. We all have self-doubt whenever we start in something. When we want to take that leap of faith, we tend to be scared, we tend to, because sometimes we just feel like it's not yet supported, you won't have money to carry on. Sometimes it's true, you won't have money to carry on, but you just need to have faith that something will come out from this. One day will pay off. It may not pay off right now, but it will pay off, because that's true. There's no way you can go on like for that long and something won't be paying off. Sometimes, yeah, some people experience that kind of unfortunate thing whereby things never pay off and then they end up giving up for good. But sometimes you need to give up for that time being, and then one day you will find yourself being drawn to that thing again. It's okay to take a break, to whatever, but quitting is not it. Like, it's not it, unless you know, you can feel it in your gut. This is something that I need to quit. This is something that I don't need to continue doing, because I feel like I've changed, like personally. I've gone through so much changes in my life, and there's no way I can put myself in that, to the point that I can put myself to something that is no longer uh bringing me growth, bringing me close to God, bring me close to whatever that you believe in, bring you close to whatever that you actually want and that you want to achieve in this lifetime. So yeah, stability is just a facade. Like, you will hear people, like, for example, like when I roll around with a car, I roll around with a house, and people know that I have a house, that people know that I have a career that is actually everyone is dying to have. obviously some people will be like, oh my gosh, she's so successful, but they don't know what exactly do I want. Like some, like it's a facade, like it's a fucking facade. Like it's so, like it's something that you end up understanding. Like even people, they don't even know what they actually want sometimes. So by seeing me rolling around with my car, having like look like I have it all, they will assume that okay, I'm happy. Like it's just something that it's assumption that people make without having like going within and understanding this person, probably she wants something else, because there's no way you can be happy forever with whatever accomplishment that you made. Probably you're an actor, you got in, like it was a huge achievement for you to be recognized. Probably now you recognize by internationally. Probably initially you were just your movie didn't make even much rating. People didn't like even know that actually the movie that you made or who you are whatsoever. And the next thing you end up doing another project and then you go viral. Everyone's talking about you to the point that like probably a project that you made 2 years ago, it go internationally recognized. A lot of people now know about it. But like, who's this guy? Oh wow, this is, oh, it's actually Black Bokum, oh, from South Korea. Like I've never even heard of him. So something like that, it can happen just like that. Like, and then when it happened, it doesn't mean that that's the end. You eventually you realize, okay, I'm actually living my dream, and then you be grateful and shit, and then you have to find yourself in a position whereby you actually, okay, I got my dream, but I'm internationally recognized. What else do I need to do more with my acting career? What else do I need to go about with my career? What exactly, how I want to maneuver my career? What exactly project? Because sometimes you can take project that you can feel like you are solely selling your soul with it. For some career, like some actors, they have lot of regret around what project they made. Sometimes it's a project that we will be like, wow. Like for example, I remember, yeah, is it Zach, the High School Musical guy? And when he said it was one of the stupidest project he ever made with the watch whereby he's a life guide, and it was with, I forgot, I would say The Rock. So when he said it was a stupid, I was like, but like you're good in it, like you are fucking good in it. And that's how I view it, because I'm a watcher. I don't even fucking know what is going on within Zach. I don't know what Zach want. I don't know any shit. So that's how we know that like this kind of stability in success is a fuck it. That's why whenever you're moving to something else, it doesn't mean one day company that you're working on it won't crumble. It doesn't mean that just because you're self-employed you're not gonna go under. Sometimes you're gonna go underwater, because at the end of the day, in order for us to grow, we need to go under sometimes. Like it can be a brutal awakening, but you can't just assume just your life just because now you are a chef. Now you're gonna be a best chef all the time. You're always gonna be a peak. No, life is like this. It's just waves, honey. It's just wave. You don't know whether that wave is gonna take you under, or where that wave is gonna make you being your highest jump. Like you never know. Like that. Okay, I'm gonna be a peak with this coming wave or whatsoever. Like, have you ever like watched the waves and like I'm gonna jump this wave on like. And the next day you under, and you'll be like, oh, I almost died. Like it's like that. Like like life is like that. You never know which path is gonna, it's like nothing is actually guaranteed. Nothing is actually guaranteed. Even the job, like they're actually like plenty of people who actually get employed probably a year in the company. You don't know like what the boss actually want in the long run. Probably you are good for the time being, probably because there are different way of recruiting people. Actually, I studied human resources just to think it was a career that I felt like it's a career for me. I because I was actually running away from psychology because I felt like I won't be able to hold space for people. Like people were telling me that sad story, and then I'll be crying. So I was like, nah, there's no way I can go with that career. Psychology, nah, like no. But at the same time, I was grown in it, so it worked. Like I went for like human resources, because human resources be like, I'll be dealing with all people, I'll be like recruiting and whatsoever. But I've never considered the fact that one day, if I happen to go deep with human resources, I will have to fire people. Just think about, have to fire someone, probably that someone, you know, like it weird. Like it's so fucking weird. Like we don't see the whole thing when we want. It's the same thing with acting. You like, you want fame, and the next thing fame comes, you don't know how to handle fame. You finding yourself having like a very shit coping mechanism to cope with fame sometimes. Or because the things we brought up, like when you become famous, a lot of insecurities will be brought up. Like it can be like, have you ever noticed those guys were being ignored in high school, and now we're trying to, in their 20s, probably in their 20s now, the career is going well, they purchase a car, they're traveling around, and or probably in their 30s, but they still want to leave. Uh, what is the insecurity will happen? Like probably were rejected a lot by girls because they were too needy, or like they were nerd, or probably were wearing what is it, the braces, braces, or probably they, even their outfit sucks, and now they're trying to relieve that teenager life because they don't want to deal with those insecurities. It's like that. That's why a lot of people who are famous, whenever they fucking fame came in, now they're going around. Those girls now are throwing at them. They're throwing themselves at him or her, or like a woman. Like now a celebrity, because the thing is, with fame, it's okay to be like in a spotlight. There's nothing wrong with it, but you know, you just, like, it has a way of bringing up your insecurities. Do you know that sometimes we hide things? Like for example, I hide a lot of things about where I was, where I come from. I used to be that kind of a teenager, a kind of a growing adult. Like I hide, like I fucking hide, like I don't like revealing everything about me. So, but they always have a way of showing up despite the fact that I'm hiding it. Like it will always have a way of showing. Like for example, you are hiding the fact that you are experiencing abuse of some sort. You're gonna show up, like you, people can see that you went through something, but they don't know exactly, because probably you are that good in hiding. I was that good. People, they didn't know anything about me, like ex friends, ex boyfriends. Like I hide, like I fucking hide like a lot, because like it felt right, and I'm not, like, I don't regret hiding it, because at the time I was really in around like a shittest people. Like yo, I was around shit. Probably those people, when you're like, I'm depressed, they will look at you like, oh, maybe like, oh, she's just seeking for attention, oh, she's an attention seeker. Oh, your mother is like, oh please, she's your mother. She's still a parent. Oh, they're still your sisters. You know, those motherfuckers who think they are being good or whatsoever, but they're disgusting. Or maybe like when we're starting to open up and then they leave, like those kind of things. So yeah. So like stability is just a fucking thing. It's just a fucking. It's the same thing with success. That's why when a lot of people, I think, you know, most of the time, why people try to block you from moving from whatever that you're trying to move from, it's not always like a consent thing. Like, oh, I'm so concerned that you're moving from a career that is like this to this. I'm so concerned the fact that you are moving, you are from South Africa and you are moving to like Asian people, like you're moving to Vietnam. Like, do you know that Vietnam actually eat um dog's food, a cat meat, dog, like not dog's food, like, I mean, like they eat dogs as a meat, and like we won't be fit in. Have you ever have a language? Do you know how the language barrier is? And they were like, okay, I get it, but sometimes it's not like that. It just, sometimes it's something they wish they can have. It's just that they don't want you to have it first. because in their head they believe that they are supposed to be the only one who experienced that kind of uh, fairy tale, because it's a fairy tale to move to your country, a country that you know it has your abundance. Because sometimes where you are born at, it's not where you're gonna receive your abundance. Life is weird, man. Like that's why a lot of people achieve. Like for example, Elon Musk. Elon Musk, he's a South African, right? But he moved to Canada, and I don't know where he's at exactly. But I won't be surprised in America because I'm not like obsessed with keeping up tabs with celebrities. So I'm just gonna talk about like him. He had to move to another country in order for him to experience this greatness. He had to move to another country to experience people that are gonna push him to what he wants. Because sometimes you're gonna talk to people and you'll be like, you will sound like an alien. They'll be like, what the fuck is wrong with this kid? What the fuck is wrong with this kid's brain? Because they're not your people. They're not just your people. Not only that, they will never, like, they will never hear you. Like, they will never hear. It's the same thing with stability. You're gonna tell people this is what stability look like to you. Probably your stability, it's look like you being a sane man, have owning a boat or a yacht or whatsoever. You living like that. It's your home. People will be like, did you just, you're gonna sell your home, you're gonna sell your car to live in the ocean whereby anything can happen. They forget that your house can bend down. Your house can bend down too. The car can have a car accident to the point that it's not repairable. Probably not even have insurance for that to repair, or maybe the insurance is there but it does not support the fact that the fire started with your carelessness or whatsoever. Probably we were in at fault when you have a car accident, and probably don't cover that, and you having like issues now. So it's the same thing. Like the stability is just a fucking, like, a lot of people are not moving to where are guided to move into, because they want to have the false sense of stability, which that's why, like, stability, it's something that is actually within. You can go and lie to yourself and search it outside. It's okay to have a home, because obviously we want to have a home where we come back from whatever, a long day or whatever it might be. You wanna come back home, like you just wanna come back, or probably on the couch, you wanna just Netflix and chill or anything. You want a car because the car helps with moving you around. That understandable. That's a sense of the stability, but it's a facade, man. It's also a fucking facade. Like stability, it's a facade. Especially the external stability, it can tremble. Like it can tremble. Whether you feel like this is your best place to be. Like there's actually a life coach. Her name is Amanda Marit. Is it Marit? I don't know. She's from America. So I used to follow her. When she mentioned that she had the call to start her life coaching business, she was ignoring it to the point that, because she was so used to a corporate work, to the point that she was not ready to leave, and she was scared. Obviously she was scared. She was doing something for the first time, from a corporate guru to uh, a life coach. And not only that, I will have to do more than just a life coach. She was scared until the job crumbled, like the company went bankrupt. When she left the company now, initially she was going to leave with obviously I think there's a money where a company, you are living, there's, you get some money, I don't know. And I'm like, I'm not working in a corporate, so I don't know. So things like that, when she had to leave, everything trembled. And when she everything trembled, she left with nothing. Just to think about when she left, like 2 years ago, when she listened, she would have left with a lot of money. But when she left and ended up in debt because she didn't listen. So things can happen, like anything can happen, like it can tremble, your house can bend down, your car can go actually or just break down, and anything can happen in your career. Just because now you are whatever career that you choose to embark on, it doesn't mean you're not supposed to be growing. Because when you are not growing, nothing can grow from whatever that you are trying to pursue. There's no way, like that's why sometimes we like we listen to this artist, they be like, this artist always been the same, like are they not growing or something? They're always like player, they come off as player, they don't have a soul for music. It's just a player, how to play girls, how to get girls, blah blah blah, to fucking shit.